For example, in hockey, you can't score alone. You need other people to support you to score your goals. As much as it takes time, you need everyone's input for you to achieve your goal. So you have to transition the same into business. So what inspired me to do something beyond hockey is knowing that there's life beyond sports, especially in Kenya where there's nothing much that you can do with sports. Oh my God, we have suffered. Whenever we get opportunities for them to work, we also refer them. So we also tell them, your behavior, your discipline has to be up to standard, because you have to be confident that when we refer you, you're not going to spoil our names. I would say athletes are exposed to so many people who can elevate them to different heights. For example, we get to sit on tables with sponsors, with people you can partner with. We should take advantage of these platforms that we are given.
From pitch to profits, we are having an amazing guest with us today. Ladies, gentlemen, and viewers, welcome to Wima Sports, where we champion sports development. We are at Osoita Lodge, indeed, where guests become family. We are blessed with the amazing guest today once again, and it's just a great honor having you with us, Lucy. Maybe if you can introduce yourself and just let our viewers know more about you.
Well, my name is Lucy Wangechi. I am the CEO and founder of LK Cleaning Services, a company formed out of passion to create a healthy and clean spaces. We offer residential and commercial cleaning, and we pride ourselves in quality service, quality delivery, customer care, and we make sure that the client satisfaction comes first. Of course, with innovation, technology, we pride ourselves in being among the top cleaning companies when it comes to residential cleaning. Well, 4 years down the line, here we are. Besides that, I'm a hockey player, and I also play golf, and a former beauty queen.
Former beauty queen.
Yes.
And viewers, just to let us know much more why we are having this segment today is because sustainability in an athlete's life, transitioning from the field to life outside the field, and Lucy has done it really well. And we just like to model her and even get to learn more, much more from her story. What would you like someone to learn from watching this interview?
The power of resilience, the power of discipline, and self-confidence.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've spoken about pageantry,
Yes.
hockey,
Yes.
and business.
Yes.
To what highest level have you played hockey, and how has been your hockey journey?
The highest level of hockey I've played is for the national team, Kenya national team, for the Blades. It has been for a couple of years, I would say 10 years plus, though not consistent, but I've been there for a period of 10 years.
How is it always having that flag on your chest?
Oh my God, it's so emotional. It's so emotional when the national anthem is being sung before the matches, and even after you win the matches, then the national anthem is sung as well. You wear the Kenyan jersey with so much pride. And having worn it since I played for the under-17 Kenya team, the under-21 Kenya team, and now in the senior team, of course it has not been easy. The kind of training that we do for the national team is a different level, but it's so fulfilling because now you get to achieve the goals that have been set for it.
Who are some of the people you look up to playing hockey under 17 all the way now to the seniors team? Which are some of these people you looked up to?
I looked up to Betsy Omala. She was our captain. You may think she's local, but she's a different kind of a hockey player. She's a beast on the field. Besides being a beast on the field, she's a very good leader. I really admired her. She's still playing in the UK. So I think most of the inspiration I seek from her. Yeah. She's a very good player, and she was my teammate, my captain.
Speaking of leadership, leadership plays a huge role into juggling all that you juggle.
Yes.
How have you developed your leadership?
I would say it's from the pageantry, because you see you had to chart your own path. So I had to take the front seat in my own path. as a beauty pageant, and as the Miss World Kenya Kirinyaga County, as the Miss World Kenya first runner-up. I would say that was my first time experiencing leadership on my own. And then now joining the team into sports, being a senior member, one of the Kenya national team, you have to lead for the other youngsters to see how you're going about it. And also in the club that I play for, that is Blazers Hockey Club, I'm the Secretary General of the club. So I have to lead. So when it comes to rules, implementing the rules, following what the coaches are saying, creating a path for all the players to follow, I have to lead by example. So I would say that is where my leadership journey started, and it has transitioned into business as a founder and as the CEO.
So how are there specific things that you pick from sports that you get to use in business? Yes. And how does that help?
Most definitely. You see, there's a very deep sense of discipline, teamwork, that comes with playing a team sport. For example, in hockey, you can't score alone. You can't be the defender, the goalkeeper, the forward, the mid. You need other people to support you to score your goals. As much as it takes time, you need everyone's input for you to achieve your goal. So you have to transition the same into business. I can't be the support staff, I can't be the customer care, I can't be the driver. So I had to get different people to support me in this role. I had to explain my vision, my dream too, so that they can support me in achieving that dream. And that is teamwork. Number 2 is discipline. You can't achieve your goals if you don't have discipline. And in hockey, my team, discipline is paramount on and off the pitch. So transitioning to the same to business, discipline helps you have a common goal for the team, the business team, and that way you get to be aligned with everyone in how you do your things.
Mm-hmm. Many athletes struggle with financial, sustainability after their careers.
Yeah.
What inspired you to think beyond sports and venture into entrepreneurship?
There's a time limit factor when it comes to sports. You see, you can't play from when you were born, or rather when you joined this particular sport, to 80 years. So what inspired me to do something beyond hockey is knowing that there's life beyond sports, especially in Kenya, where there's nothing much that you can do with sports, especially sports like hockey. Like, there are some sports that are a bit neglected. So I knew that I had to do something beyond hockey, and that is where entrepreneurship came in. But before that, I was actually employed, not that I was hockey and jobless. Yeah. Yeah, I was employed before for about 5 years. And then it's after the 5 years that I now established my own company. Yes. Mm-hmm. So people have to know that you can't be active for so long. So when you are still active, when you're still maybe gaining something from hockey monetary, you have to fight, that is financially, you have to plan ahead. No, and the earlier you start, the better for you, so that the transitioning from being active to either being maybe a coach or someone still in the hockey field or in the active sports field, the transition will be easier because you prepared yourself when you are active.
And during play in sports, there are tournaments that come up that are usually well remunerated.
Yes.
For example, Commonwealth.
Yes.
And people earn like maybe to as high as 200,000 Kenya shillings from it. So to an athlete, what can you say to an athlete who gets 200,000 shillings? How can they invest it wisely versus, get 200,000 shillings, let me go buy a phone, let me go, just bluntly use it all, then start at zero. Yeah.
What I would tell them is, even before maybe you get to go to that tournament, ask yourself, what if I got this amount of money, what would I do with it? And what I usually tell myself is, whatever I choose to do with this money has to generate more money for me. Because if I choose to do with it maybe to buy a phone, then after that there'll be nothing else to do with that phone apart from making calls, taking pictures, and answering messages and emails. So you have to think beyond just spending that money for that moment. So what they can also do is they should seek mentorship. And I believe the unions, the different unions, for example, our union is the Kenya Hockey Union, they should really work on teaching financial literacy to our athletes, because we get to go to so many tournaments, and the government now it has been paying well, or rather at least they give something substantial, not like Kitambo. Oh my God, we have suffered. Anyway, so now they should mentor the young generation to know that there's more they can do with the money that can be beneficial to them in a better way than just buying clothes to be the trendsetters, buying phones, going for trips, going out to buy drinks. And also, another problem that we players have, we tend to think that, oh, next year there's still another tournament, so let me just spend this money anyhowly, and then next year I'll go for another tournament, and then I'll know what to do with that money. The first time you go for that trip, make sure X amount goes to saving, Y amount goes to building my career or something, or paying bills that I had pending. So that way, it prepares you, even if 5-6 months down the line, you still have money that you are paid. And another thing we can also do to help these young athletes is maybe have a savings scheme, a pension scheme for players where they can be paying, and then after they retire or after they can no longer play, at least they have something coming in that they have been saving.
Before we get to LK Cleaning Services, you're blessed as the Secretary General of a club you've played for how many years now?
For 15 years, since 2010.
Yeah. Yes. And just using your words, as a senior player, now into a senior position, what specific thing are you doing different to make your current crop of young ladies have a better experience, have better wisdom? What makes Blazers Hockey stands out?
What makes us stand out is we have a lot of one-on-ones with our young players. We talk to them about relationships, about finances. Another thing we tell them, once you join Blazers, apply for a passport. That's the number one requirement, because you're going to travel. So we tend to talk to them about exposure. Once you go out there, this is how you carry yourself. And then, so we basically what we talk to them about is in terms of discipline, in terms of financial literacy, we guide them. When you get money, think about your school fees, pay for yourself, help your mom here and there, save. You can't ask for transport after 3 months from coming from a tournament. So we guide them on ways they can use when it comes to finances. We mentor them even in their schools, and even after they leave schools, whenever we get opportunities for them to work, we also refer them. So we also tell them, your behavior, your discipline has to be up to standard, because we have to be confident that when we refer you, you're not going to spoil our names. Yeah. Yes, we have a name to protect at the end of the day.
You have a brand to protect.
We have a brand to protect.
Yeah. And maybe the viewers who are not really, who don't really know much about Blazers hockey, if you can tell us more about this amazing team, and what it means to you, and what are some of its future projections.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blazers Hockey Club was established in 2019. Before then, we were called Telkom Ladies Hockey Team. We were sponsored by Telkom, but then they withdrew their sponsorship in 2019 during the merger between them and Airtel. It's a club that is so passionate about hockey, about performance, about discipline, about having a certain culture that we have stood by since I joined 2010 as a young player, straight from high school. So it's a very committed club when it comes to development of players. When it comes to mentorship, we also go to high schools to talk to them and to also encourage them to play the sport and to believe in themselves, to play, to believe in their talents, to nurture their talents. Be it hockey, be it basketball, whichever talent that you have. And besides being all that, we pride ourselves in having a structure. Like when you come to a team, there's a structure. There's a management that handles the coaching staffs, that handles the captains, the assistant captain, and everything. And then the operations, that is the team manager, the coach, the captain, now handles the team. So there's a very strict structure that we follow, and we also have a patron. I feel like I'm everywhere, but it's from patron to the management to the operations and then to the players. Yes, that's me. I think we're the only structured hockey team, ladies hockey team in the country.
Now, so far?
We have won over 20 times the local league in Kenya, and we have won over 10 times in Africa, in the African Cup of Club Championships. Yes. Wow. And our team produces the bulk of the players in the national team. So it means when it comes to our training, when it comes to our performance, it's up there.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I'd like to take this chance to, wish Blazers Hockey and you representing them and all the women out there, happy International Women's Day. And maybe if you have a word to say to ladies or women in the world, you can look into this camera and say something.
Oh, to the ladies in the world, you are amazing. You are strong. You are loved. You are valued. And nothing should ever make you feel any less of that. And just strap up your belt and rise to the occasion. And I wish you all the best and happy Women's Day to my fellow women.
Amazing.
Yes.
LK Cleaning Services.
Yes.
Born during COVID-19. Time for time of uncertainty. And how did you navigate all this at that time to launch a business that has stood up 5 years and counting?
I would say it started from a point of passion. It was during COVID when everything was about cleanliness. And then my friend Tabitha used to visit me. And then I'm the type where after we're done eating, please, can we move the dishes? After maybe should come for a sleepover. Let's make the beds. Let's make sure that everything is clean in the house. And then she was like, you know what? Your almost OCD didn't start now. You should actually make money from it. And I was like, oh, really? And then during COVID, there was that time where people were told, there's no working, just go home until we see how everything goes. It's 3 months in. Of course, you need to eat, you need to feed, you have bills to pay. And then, of course, we were not being paid then where I was working. And so when she told me that you can monetize your passion, I was like, oh, really? Then let me research more about it. So that's when I did. And then I was like, kumbe, it's a thing. You can clean people's houses. Oh, it's a thing. So that's when it started. I think it starting from a point of passion was very helping for me because it's not easy. When it comes to getting into details of cleaning houses, it's not easy because in the beginning it was only myself and another, I only had one staff. So we were 2 people. And then I never used to get jobs then. So we were doing pro bono for friends, for my parents, friends. But then you would go to a house, you're like, where? As much as it's pro bono, what did I get into? So in the beginning, I used to clean seats, we used to clean houses, we used to clean dishes. And I was like, hey, it's not what I thought.
The human we are to the dirtiest.
Yes, and then I used to take the dirtiest so that the
you see that
the before and after can be like, wow. But I would go and say, we'll clean the whole house. After we do the kitchen, I'm like, hey, let's just take a video of the before and after. I can't do it anymore. So that's how LK Cleaning Services came to be. So I would say it's out of passion that made me push to where I am. And then seeing the effect that it had on people, like from where they were when we came in to the after. They were like, Lucy, like, go for it. This is so fulfilling. This is so life-changing. Like, it's making my life easier as the homeowner. I give you my blessings. And that was the best thing to hear from my friends. Tracy's mom, my friend as well, when she said, I give you my blessings for you to continue with this business. I knew that it's not about money at the end of the day. It's the relations that we make, the relationships that we create with our clients, and the impact that we bring into their houses.
The joy,
the easiness, the freshness. My God, you should try our services.
I will.
You will love them.
I will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as someone who, you've competed at the highest levels, in sports, in pageantry, LK, is going greater heights.
Yes.
And you've covered some milestones already. How do you think sports can be used as a tool for business, networking, and professional growth?
So I would say athletes are exposed to so many people who can elevate them to different heights. For example, we get to sit on tables with sponsors, with people you can partner with. We should take advantage of these platforms that we are given. We even get to sit down with CSAs, presidents. We should take advantage of these networks when we get a chance to sit with them to market ourselves. So we should create, as individuals and as teams, we should create a brand to our name so that it's easier to sell ourselves to the potential sponsors, partners, and individuals that we meet. And besides that, for example, in our team, we have bank managers, not one, but two. We have business owners, successful business owners, not only myself. I have other teammates who are successful business owners. We have people who work in international schools. They are coaches in that. You see, when we even network amongst ourselves, that's how our young players get opportunities to work. Because of our networks, they get opportunities to work in different places. Yeah. They are exposed to it. So if people can just take advantage of the people they surround themselves with, even the hockey scene, for example, because that's where I'm mostly, if people just expose themselves the right way, we have so much to achieve. There's so much to tap in. There's so much out there.
There's one thing about preparing for such moments and knowing how to prepare and handle yourself in such moments. Yes. What nugget or insight can you give towards, boom, now you're seated with the CEO of Safaricom. What conversations do we strike? Because majority or most people never know what to say in such moments. Yes. Yeah. What can you advise?
There's a saying, I can't really phrase it the same way it is, but it says, it comes out as, don't wait to get the opportunity. Be ready before. There's such a saying. Yeah. Be ready before the opportunity comes. So prepare yourself before the opportunity knocks on your door. So what you can do, groom yourself. You know where you have a vision for yourself. You know where you want to be. Start enacting yourselves in that role. For example, you need to market yourself. So work on your communication skills. Work on grooming. Work on everything that concerns you. That's self-image. That is about confidence. There's expression. So work on yourself first. Then there's another thing of know your name, your brand. Make sure whenever maybe your name is mentioned anywhere, it's only positives that come with it. So that way, even if you sit with anyone on the table, and then maybe you market yourself, you sell yourself, and then they go behind the scenes to maybe find out more about you, it's only positive they will hear about you, or it's only good things that they will hear about you. Yeah. So it's very important, and it's very important to be strategic when you know where you want to go. So maybe to the young players, don't live in the moment. Visualize where you want to be, and then I'll work backwards. And that way, you will meet the CEO in your mind before you meet him physically. Yes.
And you'll
know what to say.
And also, just to add on to being solution-oriented, sometimes when we sit with these people, they have little time. And if you throw a quick solution in 5 minutes, they won't forget you. And they'll want to, who's that lady? Secretary General Blazers, CEO LK. Golf has become part of your lifestyle.
Yes.
for the last couple of years. What makes it such a valuable sport, for you?
Actually, it's for the last 10 months. It's not been long.
It's not a year now.
No, it's not a year yet.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why it's valuable, it's because, I'll be transitioning very soon from being so actively in hockey and having been active my whole life. I think from the time I was young, I was doing something. I was either running or basketball or just being active. So after being active for that long, you can't just cut your career short. You can't just say, okay, now I'm done with hockey, now let me just sit down. I'm so used to doing something, to being active, that I couldn't sit down. So I was looking at which sport can I transition to. And then that's when one of my friends introduced me to golf. And then besides now just being active, I needed to network, to build relationships, to build connections, be beyond hockey. Because now I was also transitioning from a sports person now into business. So golf is all about connections, building relationships, marketing yourselves, and it's important for the health as well, because you get to walk a lot for hours. You walk a lot.
Yeah. I have
A friend, he plays golf, and I never used to get how he would, after coming out of the course, he would eat. So I'm like, dude, what's up? I thought it's just swinging the bat. I'm like, no. You have no idea how many kilometers we cover.
I think we cover about 10,000 to 13,000 steps when you choose to play golf.
Wow.
For our 18 course,
18.
Yes. And some even decide to do 36 course. So that's about almost even 30,000 steps in a day. It's exhausting, but it's very fulfilling because golf is different. You compete against yourself. I'll not compete with you. I'm competing against myself because it's all about improving yourself. And then I like how there's so many things that it helps you work on as an individual. Oh, it teaches you patience. Ooh. I know. You see, in hockey you can decide, umekasirika, you just hit the ball, unapasia mwingine, you now ngangana, then you have time to cool down. Yeah. Golf is you. You hit a bad shot, you're like, you know what? I'll make the next shot better. You cannot afford to be mad in golf. So, and it's a beautiful game. You get to build good connections with people as you walk. Like, it gives you that environment and that space to have that conversation with someone, especially when you're networking, when you're getting to know someone. I really like the sport. It teaches you a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are there things that you're picking from golf that you're using strongly in hockey at the moment?
I would say patience with myself, resilience. There's also discipline. You have to be disciplined, and mostly it's those ones: patience, resilience, and discipline.
It's one thing to like, hey, Lucy, nice meeting you, pleasure. Then sustaining that relationship.
Yes.
What advice can you give to athletes out there, not just hockey players, about sustaining professional relationships? Yeah.
What I normally do is I always follow up. Whenever I meet someone new, not necessarily someone who is meant to help me, but just because I want to build a circle in sports. When we meet today, I'll be sure to follow up later. I'll be like, oh, hi, it was nice meeting you. Maybe, of course, we exchange numbers. Sometimes we exchange emails. And then I'll be like, hey, it was nice meeting you. A pleasure maybe having a round of golf with you. I'll hope to play next time with you. And you can also mention something that someone said so that they can see that you are keen during their, you're attentive in the communication. So that way they're like, kumbe she was listening. Oh, kumbe she got it. So it's very important to build that, to always do a follow-up.
Yeah.
Especially when you meet new people.
Looking back at your career, you've known many people, you've met many people in the sporting career. Do you think there are enough structures in Kenya to help athletes secure a financial future and towards sports as a career? And if not, what changes will you propose?
No, there are not enough structures. if there are at all. Because having been in the scene for all that long, there's no time that anything to do with financial literacy was conducted. Personally, from the time I was under 17, under 21, there's no time that we were called and then we were being spoken to in regards to you're being paid X amount of money, you're getting exposed to A, B, C, D, you can leverage on it this way. So I would say there are no structures at all. And that's what I would encourage unions, sports bodies to do. Like what you're doing, Wima Sports, you're doing, like the session that we had the other day, building resilience. It's so important that athletes get to attend this session so that they can leave their mentality, their playing mentality in the field, and then come sit down and think now about life. Because, yeah, I wanted to say another point that is off the board. I have so many points. But it's important when people like you, the platforms that you offer athletes to come and tell their story. And then you also hold workshops where you come and train them on it was something to do with mentor, then there's building resilience. It's very important for unions to hold such workshops for the players. So that way they will get to know what they need to know to improve themselves. Besides that, there's a lot of information that is online. If someone wants to find this information, they will. If someone is interested, they will. So we also have to go an extra mile as athletes to find out online what we can do to work on ourselves when it comes to finances. Another thing that I think would be so good for athletes is maybe when you can have, as I said before, a pension scheme for athletes, so that at least you can be saving something when you're going for these national assignments, maybe club assignments, so that at the end of the day, even if you retire, if something happens to you, maybe you break your leg, you can't play anymore, at least you know you have been saving something for a rainy day. And another thing I would also encourage the athletes, they should plan ahead. We should plan ahead. I would say, especially the young ones, they tend to believe that because I am young, I have 10 years to play. So whenever they get money, they're like, there'll still be another assignment. So I'll wait. I'll not save now. Let me eat this money. I'll have another time to save. Being active in sports myself, actively for, I would say 15 years for the national team, I was not in the national team in every assignment. So if I sat down and said, see, I'll save next time because I'm there. But you see, better people are coming up every day. Yeah. You would still be chosen because you played last year. Good people are coming every day, and this time you'll be left, then next year you'll be picked, or even 2 years. Like I went on a break from the national team for about 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, to work on my personal branding, on my company, to work as well. So they should know that we are very much replaceable. So it's how you position yourself, it's how you work on yourself that will make you have an easy time when maybe your career is cut short or when your time to retire comes.
And I like the word, you're very much replaceable. It brings the humbleness, to know that across all things in life, you're very much replaceable. And the only space that gets to miss when you're replaced is your family. Mm-hmm. All the other space, people move on so fast. Yes. If you had advice to a young athlete today about balancing sports, business, financial stability, what will you tell them? They can be hockey player, they can be any other sport, can be a lady, can be a gentleman. Yeah.
I would tell them, take advantage of the spaces that you're in. And anyone that you're seated in with, be it in sports, be it in business, be it in whichever field that you're in, is your potential client in one way or another. So build good relationship with people. There's actually this common vibe that because we're opponents, people trash talk each other.
Yeah.
And it becomes so serious. It transitions from when you're playing, after you're done playing, on social media. You can't even say hi to this person. And then you're going, maybe looking for a job, and the person that you so much hated because they defeated your team is the one who is interviewing you.
The HR, right?
Is the HR of that company that you want to get a job.
Yeah.
So people should think beyond hockey. Sports is meant to bring people together. Mm-hmm. So just work on yourself, put yourself out there, network as much as you can, and know that anyone that is next to you is as important.
That's so true. Anyone that's next to you is as important.
Yes.
And you never know.
And another thing, stay rooted in your faith. Mm-hmm. Stay rooted in your faith. There's power. God exists, and He rewards. Just be a good human being to yourself and to other people, because He doesn't turn a blind eye to effort. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Doesn't turn a blind eye to effort. You're huge on faith.
I'm very huge on faith.
Why so?
I am where I am because of God.
Yeah.
I am where I am because of God. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people go through a lot. And many years ago, if you told me where I will be today, I wouldn't believe. I would have said you're lying. I never had a picture that I would either own a business, I would play golf. I mean, to me, those were...
No, not things you could recall.
Yeah, I knew I'll just maybe be working somewhere, but God has gone. He has shown up for me.
Amen.
And all the best as you continue with all these ventures, playing golf, transitioning to golf, finishing hockey strong. You have to finish strong. We need a championship, eh?
Oh, yes.
As you finish, whichever time you finish, no pressure. And as well in your business. On to the quick fire segment.
Yes.
One business rule you live by.
One business rule.
Not thinking.
One business rule. Create value.
Create value.
Yes.
Favorite sports moment of your career?
Yes. When I scored in South Africa for the Kenya side against Zambia or Zimbabwe? Against Zambia. And it was a classic goal, not just a goal. It was a classic. I'll show you that clip. It was such a beautiful classic goal. Yes.
Awesome.
The biggest misconception people have about being an entrepreneur?
That money comes, just because in business money comes. That's the biggest. Oh my God, it's a lot of work.
For it to come.
Ooh. My goodness.
How do you bring money to LK? Maybe if you can share that skill with the viewers.
You know what we do? We have two types of cleaning. We have residential cleaning and we have commercial cleaning. For the residential cleaning, we clean seats. You see the seats that you sit at home? They should not, you have that white seat at home or that cream pink, cream seat, but now it's brownish. You should call us. We clean seats, dining seats, mattresses, carpets, and our carpet cleaning service is 24 hours. Like we pick your carpet today. We pick, not you bring it. We come to your place, we pick, we go clean today, it dries, and then tomorrow we deliver it back to you. So the service is within 24 hours, and then we'll come and spread it for you. Like you have nothing to do. Us, we remove everything. And then on the commercial side, we clean banking halls, malls, hospitals, offices. We also do post-construction cleaning services, after events cleaning services, anything to do with clean spaces, health, creating clutter-free spaces. We are the go-to people. And we pride ourselves because we are dedicated to our job. I have a team that is so self-driven, people who go beyond. We have not one, not two reviews of clients who tell us, we have superseded their expectations. And that is what we always strive to do. Yes.
And maybe you can also let the viewers know how you clean your carpets. It's the manual way.
We have automated machines for this work. Nowadays, everything is technology and innovation. We have machines dedicated for carpet cleaning. Kazi yetu ni kutoa hapa, kushika tu machine, iende. After it cleans, we rinse it, and then we put it in a dryer. And then it's called a centrifuge. As it spins to dry the carpet, it's also rinsing off any excess water or any excess dirty water. And then by the time it's done in the centrifuge, the wringer, most of the times it's 90% dry. So we just take it out, it air dries for a few hours, and then it's ready. We can even get your carpet ready on the same day, as long as we pick it early.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Funny segment. What's one thing about playing hockey that people would never believe?
One thing about playing hockey, it's very addictive. Is that funny? It's very addictive.
It's very addictive.
Maybe it's for me. It's very addictive.
I see you struggling, transitioning.
It's a very big, trust me, it's not easy. I have tried. And then
How many times now?
Not once. And then when I just, normally when we are going for training sessions, I'd be like, I'll not come and train me, I'll just come and sit and watch people. But when you get there, it's so exciting. I just change. I'm like, let me just play. It's so addictive. You can't exit the scene.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
If LK Cleaning Services had a sports team, what sport will they play and why?
Hockey.
Why?
Hockey. There's nothing as important as a team sport. And it teaches you, because I've been in hockey, it teaches you to live with people. It teaches you that people have different strengths. So you have to rely on the strengths that people have, your partner have. So in that way, it will help you live with anyone, and also put aside any weaknesses that someone has and help them to bring up their strengths. So I would for sure have a hockey sport.
Hockey sport.
Yes.
There you go. What's harder, starting a business or playing South Africa in hockey?
Starting a business.
That's harder.
South Africa are beatable.
Yes.
I believe so. And if we played them in Pretoria during the Olympic qualifiers, maybe they could have won, because they have trained hard for quite a longer time with us. They have trained together for a longer period than our team. That's why they could have beaten us, but we would have given them a hard time. That one I was sure. Unfortunately, we lost to Nigeria 1-0, so we didn't get a chance to meet them because we were in different pools.
Yeah.
Yes. So South Africa are beatable.
Beatable.
Yes.
I pray the world brings you together.
I know.
One of these years before you exit.
Now my knees cut.
So that we get. So this is one of those videos, you know.
Oh yes, hold me accountable. I'll play my heart out. I will play. That's the tournament that I scored.
Classic goal.
Yes, I was so determined.
Lucy, we are wishing you all the best. We appreciate you for passing by today.
Thank you
and
for the invitation.
Sharing the nuggets and your story as well. We are celebrating you. We celebrate what you do. And before we let you go, we usually do this at the end. What's one word that you'll tell the 17-year-old you to do different?
17-year-old me.
To do different.
Oh, to do different.
Yeah.
I'll say patience.
Patience.
So you'll start playing golf earlier.
Just patience.
Just patience.
Yeah. You said one word, so I'll just say just be patient.
All right.
Yeah. Just do what you're doing. Continue going out of your way, but be patient.
Be patient.
Ultimately, things fall in place.
Indeed.
Viewers, it was great having you here at Wima Sports. Indeed, the one word that stands out, and this is patience. Be patient. All Kenyan athletes out there, be patient. One day, sports is going to pay in this country in a very huge way. Be patient. Stay doing what you're doing at. Be consistent. Until next time, it's your host signing out. Salute.